Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a kind of a comparison between the new Speedy and the old Speedy, and also which one I think is better if you have a choice between buying maybe something pre-loved or going brand new. So I have got my Speedy bandolier, my monogram Speedy, and my Speedy 25. This one's from 2004, 2018, and 2014. So there aren't a ton of differences. Obviously the prices are completely different. My Speedy 25, when I bought it in 2004, it was $4.95. Can't honestly say how much I paid for my Speedy B because I don't remember now, but I think it was like $1,400. It was the same price as right before they just did this price increase because they hadn't done one for years, like site-wide or store-wide. They were pretty much only doing it on, very popular things like Chet Matisse and stuff like that. But the last increase was the first big increase that they had had in a very long time. So when I got this Speedy bandolier, it was that price before, so it was like $1,400. But anyway, it's not so much that I'm going to show you the differences with Speedy B or anything versus the classic Speedy. It's more so old style versus they're slightly a little bit different now. Okay, so to start it off, obviously the old Speedy, underneath the tag, the side that says Louis Vuitton Paris made in France, underneath it it has a 25 here. The new one still, under this side it has the 30 underneath it. So that stuff is still the same. It's still one piece of canvas that goes all the way around. The first difference that I'm gonna say, just put these over here so I don't have to keep turning around. The first difference I'm gonna say is, let's pull this one out, the zipper pull. They changed the zipper pull, it was after I got my Speedy B, so it had to be after 2014, unless it was the end of that year. I don't know, but it wasn't before then. But they were always with, it looking like this, and with it being the raw baguette on the top, and then underneath was like the actual raw part, but by raw I mean it's not treated. And then the under part was the complete raw. So let me just show you what I mean. Like, see how you can see it's, the leather's just completely raw. Mine's obviously very patina and stuff. So, but yeah, they used to have no treatment whatsoever. You see how flappy it is? Like, it's just really flappy and stuff. So they didn't treat it at all, and the sides were different. I did have a classic Speedy 30 because I used to have a Speedy 25, a classic Speedy 30, and then I got the Speedy B, and so I ended up selling my Speedy 30 because I didn't think I needed two of the exact same bag. But anyway, that doesn't matter. But that one was also the same as this. Now, when you have these new ones, as you can see, don't actually know if you can see that, but it's completely flat and it's the same on both sides. So I'm not gonna say that these are untreated though, because they feel like plastic. They don't feel the way that this one feels. I know I've had it for years, so it feels different from so much use, but I remember what it felt when I bought it, and this feels nothing like that. This feels completely plastic, although it's not plastic, but they've done something to it now. They've definitely treated it some way, and it just looks different. To me, the zipper pull doesn't look nice. I don't know if that makes sense. It doesn't seem to go with the rest of the bag. It just doesn't look very nice. Yeah, I don't know, but it doesn't. And also, I can tell, I would show you this, but you're not gonna be able to see it, but the very tip of this, I can tell where it's probably gonna eventually fray. And that really sucks because I think that it has something to do with the fact that they've tried to treat them now. And that's, I think, not gonna make that part last, but luckily they do, some stores change these in store. I've never needed one changed, but I've heard of people changing them, so yeah. Also, and I don't know if this has anything to do with what they used to do versus what they do now, because let me just explain. This doesn't move. This is attached here and this doesn't turn. This one can turn slightly, not like a ton, but it does turn, so it's not just stuck there. But then my Speedy 30 that I used to have, the classic that I had, actually would turn a ton. So I don't know if that's just depends on where they're made and everything. So I'm not sure. Both of these are made in France. My Speedy B was made in the United States. And then the classic Speedy 30 that I used to have was made in the United States, and that one turned. So I don't know if that's any difference. I don't know that that's something that they change, or if just that's how some are put on. Maybe they're not put on as tight. I don't know about that one. Okay, the next thing. Mine still says the made in France here. They still do that if they're made in the USA. I don't actually know now if they put that on the tag, because I know on other bags like my Speedy B, it's got that tag inside that says made in the United States. But I don't know if the Speedy is different now, if they don't say it, but they used to say where they were made. If they were not made in France, they used to say United or USA and stuff like that. The next difference is these chaps here. So this one's got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, it's got 6 down, 6 up, and then it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 going up right here, and then it's got 4 across the top. And now they go up and around that little, I don't know if that's a grommet, I don't know what that is, but they go around that. The classic one, so both my Speedy B and my Speedy 25, doesn't matter because they're the exact same, but these used to go below it. And on this one, there are, let's see, there's 5 here, 5 here, 4, 4, and 5. I personally have always liked the way that this looks better, because if you remember back before they started doing the other one, there were fakes that came out and everything where they were putting too many stitches, or they were doing this or that, and that was one of the ways that people could tell if their bag was fake or if it was real. It was way to authenticate it, was by how many stitches it had. And then they came out with this, and I wasn't a fan. And it's also a little bit puffier, but to be honest, I didn't think that I liked that very much until I actually got this one. I never really looked at the Speedies in store. I looked at a Speedy Damier Ben once, but I didn't really look at them because I had them, so I had no reason to look at them. So I felt like I wouldn't like the puffier chaps, and I thought that it wouldn't look very good. But now that I have this and I'm looking at it in front of me, I really like it. I don't like it more or less than the other one, but it looks really nice. It just gives it a really nice touch. It looks really nice. So I like that, but that is a difference. The canvas. So obviously back in 2004, the canvas on most of the bags was a lot thicker. I used to have a Cabas piano that I got in 2005, I think, and that canvas was so thick that, like, because it had a zipper here and then had a thick part at the end of the zipper. And before I sold it, I noticed it had this very, very, very small crack in it, which I told the person that bought it. But I had asked a sales associate about that, and she said it was because when the older, thicker canvas gets a lot older, it can crack in spots like that, like spots that you don't move very often. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. But she said it was because that they were so thick. Don't know if that's true or not, because I have lots of older bags that, I've been collecting for years, and that's the only one that's ever done that, but it still did that. So the fact that people are worried about the canvas being thinner now, I don't think that that's really going to be a problem, because maybe it's going to not cause things to crack, but we won't really know until we've all had them for years. But anyway, this obviously is my oldest, and this is very thick, but I'm going to be honest, 2004, 2018, and they feel the same. So I was kind of worried before I bought my monogram, because I was afraid that the quality might not be the same, because a lot of their stuff is having problems. But the quality is perfect, knock on wood, and I'm gonna do it, because I haven't found a flaw. And I was really afraid that this canvas was gonna be really, really thin. And that's okay, because I like my Speedy to slouch, but Speedies slouch a lot as it is. So if you're gonna make the canvas thinner on a Speedy, it might make it slouch a little too much to where you're really just a puddle of goo. I don't know. But anyway, the canvas on this is the exact same as my old one, and I think that that's awesome. Okay, now on to something that's completely different. This is different. So I don't know why I got my Speedy B out because I'm just using my Speedy 25. But here we go. Here is the pocket on this one. Here is the pocket on this one. Obviously the first difference is that there's a zipper on the new one. Again, that's something that I didn't think that I would like because I've always been a fan of just shoving my phone in there. Well, now that this is bigger, I don't put my phone in there. I actually put my pocket organizer, which, let's see, it does fit in the other one too. Yeah, it does. So, not a problem. But I didn't have this before whenever I used to always use my Sarah wallet, so now that I have this. But anyway, I put this in here. While I'm on to the pockets. These pockets, obviously this is canvas. The inside is the exact same. The inside is canvas. And this is the first one that I've had that has a canvas interior of the pocket. I haven't had it long enough to tell you if that's going to be a problem, if it's going to get dirty, whatever, I don't know. But all the other ones, not all the other ones, but you know, the others that I have, they have this other lining in them that is like a wipeable lining, and it's very nice because I used to put pins in here. I would put my phone and I would put pins. So I've never had a pin break in any of my bags, but I mean, knock on wood for that too. But if they did, I don't know that it would go through that. I'm not really sure. But if you spilt something, like if you're someone who likes to put lip gloss in here, lipstick, you know, whatever, if it spills in here, you can clean it because it's just this shiny, really wipeable stuff. Like they've lined it with this really nice wipeable stuff. Let's see if my Speedy B was the same way. I'm pretty sure, because I'm pretty sure that's all I've had. Yeah, the exact same thing. So I don't know how it's going to be now that the inside of this one is just that canvas. I don't know if it's going to be better, if it's going to be worse, but that's definitely a difference. Here's something big though. The size of this pocket is bigger. So I'm going to actually measure it because I pulled it out and showed you guys, I think, but I didn't measure it. So I'm gonna go from the very top part, like right next to the zipper, and it is almost 9 inches. So almost 9 inches. This one is going from the very top of the pocket. Wow, this one is 7. You are literally getting that much more of a pocket. So it's way bigger. Let's see if it is deeper. I'm gonna go from the very top where it actually attaches to the bag instead of like the bottom of the thing, just so I can get like an exact of that. So the very top where it attaches to the bag is a little bit, it's almost 5.5. Almost 5.5. So let's go with the Speedy 25 and see what that one is. So almost 5.5. I have my finger on where it actually is. And this one is the exact same. So you're not losing any of the depth of it. You're just gaining width. So you are gaining more pocket. And to me, I think that's awesome. I've actually said, I don't know which video it was, it doesn't really matter, but I said before that I was thinking about taking this thing out. Oh yeah, I switched into this. I was using my Pochette Matisse. Nope, I don't have a Pochette Matisse. I was using my mini Pochette, but I switched into my old faithful cosmetic case. But I was saying maybe I would take this out and I would just put my cosmetics in the pocket now because it's so big. I haven't done it, but I probably could. So yeah, now you have more pocket, and I think that's awesome. Besides that, everything is still the same. I mean, you still have your D-ring over here, and then your date code on this. Some people say it's on the left, some say it's on the right. So looking at the bag, mine is on the right. And let's see if it's the same on all of my bags because I actually have not looked. Someone was saying if it's on the left, it's fake. If it's on the right, it's fake. And I'm like, well, mine's on the right and they're not fake. So there's that. This one is on the right. And let's check the last one. Yes, this one's stuffed with a sheet. I don't know. That's the best smelling bag I have. Oh my god. I had this Jessica Simpson lip gloss from back when she was with Nick, and she had that dessert line. I don't use that lip gloss anymore because it's definitely really old, but it makes that bag smell really good, so I keep it in there. And this one is also on the right. So all of my Speedies have their date code on the right. if you're curious about my multicolor, that's in the pocket. But anyway, yeah, we were saying the differences of prices before, and I was saying how I paid $4.95 for my Speedy 25. I don't know how much I paid for my Speedy B. I think it was $1,400. And then my monogram, we're not going to count that one because this is monogram. If you were to get just the classic Speedy 30, of course, the price has gone up. But if you're going to go 25 or 30, your only difference I think is like 20 bucks. It's not a big deal. But yes, if you jump to a monogram, this one was 1,500. Yeah, 15 something, 1,500 for a monogram classic. If you wanted the bandolier version, if you wanted to get this one in the monogram, you're looking at like, I think it was $1,800. So it's a huge jump. But if you don't have a Speedy at all and you want to buy a Speedy, and pretend you wanted to buy monogram Speedy B, I would definitely say it'd be worth it. Just because if you're only going to own one, yeah, I'd definitely do that. But anyway, so yeah, that is pretty much the difference. Oh my gosh, this one's still in really good condition. They're obviously still the same size. It's a Speedy 30. But which one do I think is best? I used to think that that would be an easy answer, and that I would definitely say go vintage because their new stuff is bad. I mean, it's not all, but you know, they have a lot of problems. But my honest opinion, like as of right now, my honest opinion on if you want a Speedy, go classic, go vintage, or go new, I'm gonna say either one. I do not feel like one is better than the other as of right now, because the quality of my new one seems to be perfect. I haven't found a flaw. I haven't found that, oh my gosh, the canvas is too thin. Oh my gosh, you know, whatever. I feel like they're the same. And I mean, as far as the handles too, the handles are not treated. I was a little bit worried when I first opened it that they were treated, but they weren't. They were just stark white. I haven't seen it in a while since I bought my last bag, and it's not. They're not treated. The zipper pull is, yes, but these little tabs on the side are not. The handles are definitely not. I don't know what I did. I got like a little dot there already. Like it almost looks like I poked it with something or something chewed it, but I don't know what the hell I did. I've just been using it constantly. But you don't have to worry about those handles being treated because they're not. So mine is already starting to patina. In the pictures I've taken, I know for some reason it looks like it's a lot darker than it is. It's not. It's still really, really light. Like super white. But, oh, let's see. I haven't had all these together in a while. So if you can see the difference. Like that is a big difference. The bottom one's my Speedy B, the middle is my 25, and the top is my new one. So you can still see how white it is. There's pretty much barely any patina yet, but it will because it's not treated. If it were treated, I would say go vintage for sure because I don't like treated handles. But in the end, I'm gonna say that I don't have a preference. I don't want to say go vintage or go new. It's really going to be, do you want to already have patina? Because if you do, go vintage, duh. But if you don't mind and you want to do it yourself, go new. I just don't see a problem now. And I'm really happy to say that. I'm really happy to say that their quality on this bag is still just as good as it used to be. So yeah, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I will see you guys next time. Bye!